The evolution of my career has been a very interesting one. When I did my PhD, I was very much focused on neuromuscular diseases, diseases that really affect the connection between the spinal cord and the muscle. And when I finished my PhD, it was a time when I lost my mother to cancer. And so I was at a bit of a crossroads of, do I want to move into cancer research for postdoc, or do I want to do something that's slightly similar to what I did my PhD in, but where there was perhaps greater need. And I thought that cancer might be a bit too close to home, maybe a bit too hard to work in. So I moved to working with neurologists at the Royal Brisbane Hospital, started in MND research, just loved the passion of the neurologists and how they wanted to make a difference to the patients that they were seeing. And I haven't really looked back. And I think the passion really arises from working with people who are living with this disease. It's hard when you are given a terminal diagnosis to sometimes see hope. And I know that when my mum was given a terminal diagnosis, it was quite difficult to come to terms with it. But people who are given this diagnosis of MND, they always are able to find hope in something, and they bring that to the table when they're involved in research. They're so committed to making a change, they're so altruistic with their time, that I feel that as a researcher, if they can be that way, why can't I be? So the Fight MND support that I have received really started in 2019. And that was at a really critical stage in my career where I was running out of funding. I had no salary, grants were coming to an end, and it was very difficult at the time to get funding through the national bodies. And in that year, I remember receiving news of a drug development grant and a fellowship, and the relief that I felt to be able to stay and do what I wanted to do for people living with this disease. I don't think I can put into words what I was feeling, but it was crucial for me being able to maintain my research trajectory, the team that we had, the young researchers who had these bright ideas that they wanted to pursue as well, so I could stay here and help support them. And I think the breakthroughs that came as part of the fellowship support and that drug development grant is what really led to the first MetFlex trial that we finished in 2023. And that has now led to the next trial that we will start in 2026. And so the trajectory since getting this vitamin D funding has continued to go up. The team has continued to grow. A lot of great ideas happening at the moment in our space. I think that the impact that vitamin D will have on the broader research landscape is something that we can't quantify by numbers. I think it's something that will change lives, and changing lives is not just about numbers, it's about everything that comes, the humanity of it. And I think the funding will continue to attract more bright minds to the field, more engineers perhaps, and that's when we're going to make those breakthroughs faster, because we know that we can't work in silos, and Fight MND, through their funding, is breaking down the silos that have long existed in research as a whole.